How's it going there, everybody? It's Mr. Zen over here bringing you guys a brand new Tower of God episode discussion. And for today's segment, guys, we're going to talk about is chapter 253. Yes, folks. We are now in the final conclusion of Urek Mazino versus the Red Traisa and Helljoy itself, folks. Then honestly, it was actually a good conclusion towards the fight itself, because we actually see that Urek Mazino, he's just that powerful of an opponent, folks. It just goes on to say that we got to see that Urek Mazino, he did not even use any Shinzo whatsoever. He was still within the floor's boundaries by the administrator, which is the Red Traisa, and was still able to overcome the Red Traisa. And that within itself was very interesting, because I was kind of wondering, like, how is Urek Mazino going to defeat this without any Shinzo itself? And Urek Mazino once again proves it by saying that, of course, that the Red Traisa only governs the Shinzo itself. That doesn't mean that he can actually manipulate it to an extent that it's actually overwhelmed. No, to Urek Mazino, the Red Traisa was actually more like a child just throwing a tantrum. That I thought throughout the whole entire chapter, that I was thinking like, wow, the way Urek Mazino was treating him is like as if this little slime, this little piece of toenail, the way that Urek Mazino was like that. I love the way that Urek Mazino was like just talking smack throughout the whole entire time. That he was like wondering, like, were you like a piece of toenail from the original administrator's body? Like, that's how weak he compares it to an actual administrator, which goes on to say that, wow, that the higher floors themselves are that just going to be much more tougher because of the way that the powers of Shinzo are going to be manipulated. And needless to say, it just makes it the story and lore a little bit more interesting. And honestly, I love the fact that Urek Mazino was actually playing a weak character for the Red Traisa. He was letting him thrash at him throughout the whole entire time. You see the Red Traisa just like bombard him with like Shinzo bombs. We see the Red Traisa actually just like punch freaking Urek Mazino in the face like a couple times. Like, Urek Mazino was just standing there just looking at him like not even flinch whatsoever. And you're here wondering like, holy cow, holy cow, Urek Mazino, that's how much of a fearful opponent that he might be. And honestly though, the thing that the chapter actually kind of explains a lot more in depth was the fact that we noticed that Bomb's actual red thorn and the number of souls that he collected back on the Hell Train itself, that what makes it is like very more intriguing is the fact that Bomb actually has now been officially stated that he actually has a part of the administrator's body inside his own. And that, I know, it actually makes it like a little more questionable too at the same time, is does that mean that the administrator's body can take over Bomb, just the way that the Red Traisa was actually able to, take over Helljoy? Because remember in this chapter we kind of noticed that the Red Traisa, even though it couldn't really take over the body in its weakened state, all it has to do is just keep jabbing at the you could say the host's actual weaknesses and psychological state of mind. That maybe if Bomb does lose Rachel, in a sense, we might actually get to see the administrator actually take over Bomb's body. Because remember, Bomb is a very overpowered, you could say player, irregular, you could kind of say, in the story of Tower of God. And honestly though, it's very intense to see how Bomb's character development will continue on throughout the chapters. With that in mind, guys, now keep that in mind, because this chapter then now focuses on the fact that Grandelie, of course, this is like this is a little side thing as well. Grandelie, guys, he injected like some kind of like Shinzo B with poison of some sorts into Rachel. And yes, I know all you fans out there are wondering, oh, F Rachel, she's just this horrible woman. But we gotta remember, Bond loves her. Bond freaking loves this girl. So if Rachel dies and Bomb's state of mind goes down, while the Red Thorn will take advantage of that, ooh, that will be an opponent to see. Bomb itself will be that part of Bug. That Bug wants to have this powerhouse of a creature to destroy the system itself within the tower. And honestly, I don't really see Rachel dying, but I could see this as an excuse to use that as an opportunity to actually kill herself in the midst of this giant fight that's going on right now in this floor. That's what I'm kind of going at, or kind of putting my own theories as to what what SIU is actually trying to go with this actual part of the story. But needless to say, like I said, we don't know as to what Rachel will do. We don't know if she's got like a super healer, or we don't know if she can put like maybe has like maybe she can have like the spirit ladle. Maybe she'll get it in time before Horan, because Horan is actually she's actually very much close to getting the ladle itself, while I believe Kun and that one other guy that everybody forgot their name, because he's just so not over, I wouldn't say very overly weak. It's more along to say that he's just around so many powerhouses that he seems so human compared to everybody else. But like I said, Kun is, I could say right now, he's actually trying to distract Brandali in order that way for Juan to actually take the ladle. And the soul ladle itself, folks, what I'm actually kind of interested in is how is Fug gonna be actually going about with this? Will Horan actually give it to Bomb himself, or will she give it to Fug? Because remember, she's still following her own path itself that that actually benefits everybody. So we don't know as to what's gonna happen. Like honestly, I'm kind of like, I'm still shocked as to what the freaking heck is gonna happen with the ladle itself. Oh, and it all leads back to the workshop. That's what I'm kind of wondering. Like, whoa, if it all leads back to the workshop, does that mean that we're gonna get a little mini war going on between Bug, the workshop scientists themselves, with with his own private army, and the Sahad people, of course. Because so many people are after the Thorn itself that you're wondering as to like, whoa, how many powerhouses are just gonna be involved in this? That's, like I said, it's very entertaining. But like I said, this chapter was just that freaking amazing. I'm loving Tower of God every single chapter that comes out. But there's something else I do want to mention. That the fact is that with Bomb actually himself, I wonder just how much more can this character, like how much strong can he get? That's what I'm kind of wondering, because there should be a cap as to how strong a character will get, and I feel like Bomb is slowly getting closer to a cap as well. Because I mean, look at Urek Mazino. He's already like I feel like he's at a cap every time he's going down to these lower floors. So it just goes on to say, like, when will Bomb actually get a cap that will actually hinder him from actually not necessarily getting stronger, but that he has to advance to a higher floor in order for actually to accommodate to the way that he can actually manipulate the Shinto itself. That's what I'm kind of wondering with Bomb itself. Like, that kind of leads back to having the administrator's control of power over Shinto. Like I said, that's what makes it interesting. But I would say that's it for this chapter, guys. I think I said everything that I needed to say, but let me know down in the comments, guys, as to what are you guys' thoughts on Rachel's development. Do you guys really think she's gonna still die and actually use this as an excuse to actually die and actually have Bomb, kind of like lose his mind and go loco? Or do you guys think that SIU has another, idea in mind? But also, I want you guys to tell me what you guys thought on the Red Thrice itself. I love the fact that it was actually complementing itself, that it was a god, and at the end of the day, when Urek Mazino actually finally pulled the leverage and took it out, it was just a small bug compared to the big houses of the high rankers themselves. Let me know down in the comments what you guys thought of Urek Mazino's actual involvement with that fight itself. Is the epic conclusion to that, and I feel like we might not see Urek Mazino. And the last thing that I want you guys to mention and think about as well is the fact that, what do you guys think of the Soul Ladle itself? Who do you guys think will actually get that? Do you guys think it will be Horan? Do you guys think it will be Bomb? Or do you guys think that it's going to be back with Urek Mazino? Do you guys think Urek Mazino will take that itself? Like I said, there's just a lot of powerhouses at play in this chapter. Like I said, let me know down in the comments. And as always, guys, if you guys enjoy my content, don't forget to give a like, comment, share, and subscribe for more Tower of God chapter discussions. And as always, hope to see you guys in the next video. But